Good morning, good evening, if you are in a different part of the world. Megan Mitchell here. It is November 17th. I am wearing orange today, which is uncommon for me. We are doing a food drive at my school, and each day has its own theme. Today happens to be orange. It's been a few days since I made a video, and I was recently listening to a podcast on communication. I believe the man's name was Jefferson Fisher, who is a trial attorney, and he was talking about just the power of communication and how we communicate, how it affects our interactions with other people. I'm going to make this short. There was an incredible amount of information to unpack, but I do believe it's really relevant to our journey in Victory with Ash, and just our journey in general with just this interaction with other people and our own personal lives, business. We are all in the middle of onboarding people onto the platform, and there's been quite a bit of conversation about choosing someone to join or choosing people to join you and how that process is working. And I was thinking quite a bit about the conversations I've had over the last 5 years that I've been involved with this company, many of them being with people from all over the world. And we all get quite a bit of direct messages from people that we don't necessarily know, and there's a few people that stand out to me in terms of my developing friendship, my developing connection with them. And as I was listening to this podcast, I was thinking about how it really all boils down to communication with that person and how they approached me. Because you get so many direct messages, and you can't always keep up with all of them. You can't always answer everyone. And I think almost immediately we make decisions about who we are going to communicate with and who we are going to develop a relationship with. And it all boiled down to how those people approached me, which is fascinating because it's not always something that we're cognizant of. We're not always, it's not in our conscious mind that this is how we're making decisions. So, when we move forward and we develop these relationships, it's so important that we are good communicators. It's so important that you are a good communicator in every aspect of life. I've noticed that students really, really lack an ability to communicate. And I think that's one of the areas that we should be educating students, educating people in general on the power of communication and how it affects every aspect of your life, whether it's relationships or business. So this man, this trial attorney, was talking about just growing up in a family of attorneys and listening to depositions and listening to closing arguments and these things. As he was young, he would go to the courtroom with his father. And there's so many things that I could discuss. So I'm just going to start with one of them. And he said that allowing your first words to be your breath and understanding the power of that. What does that mean? Well, all of us are guilty of these sorts of things that we don't realize are undermining our communication with others. He was saying that if you are asked a question our natural response is to want to answer it very quickly because we think that makes us seem more sure. We think that makes us seem like, we know exactly how we feel about something. But especially if it's a question that is a little bit anxiety inducing. He was saying that we should pause and not obviously, but inhale through our nose and exhale, which is deactivating our nervous system and giving us a chance to respond out of a sense of confidence and calmness instead of a reactive response. We think that's uncomfortable and that's going to make us seem like we don't know the answer to the question. But actually, if you practice that and you listen to someone, it makes them appear that they're taking a moment to think about your question. It makes them seem like they're valuing your question enough to think about their response. For example, the question, how can this company or how can this platform help my life? Do you think it will be valuable to my life? Yes, I think it will be very valuable. That makes me seem like I am actually pondering whether or not it's going to be valuable to your life. And I can say with confidence that, yes, I believe Victory with Ash will be valuable to your life. So many times we are doing things, we are saying things in a way that we don't realize is communicating something other than what we are trying to communicate. And I would like to continue this into the next few days, talking about different aspects of communication and how subtle changes in the way you communicate can increase your effectiveness. I hope this is helpful, and I would like to challenge you to put this into practice. Try the pause, the breathe, the inhale, exhale silently before you answer someone. Have a blessed Monday.